2011, 2012. It's a Cornerstone Cabernet Franc vertical on the next episode of Stay Rad Wine Blog TV. Hey everybody, it's Jeff. Welcome to another episode of Stay Rad Wine Blog TV. And I'm just in this Cabernet Franc type of mood, and I got a couple samples from Cornerstone Cellars, and they're always legit, just bringing the thunder, whether you talk about their Bordeaux type red wines from the Napa Valley, or if you're talking about their Pinot Noir or their Chardonnay from Oregon. Just always bringing legit stuff, and you know I'm a big fan. Just search Cornerstone on Stay Rad Wine Blog, and you're gonna see tons of stuff there, because I love these guys. So recently I was sent the 2012 Black Label Cabernet Franc, and I realized that I was still sitting on the 2011 Black Label Cabernet Franc from Napa Valley. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of taste these things side by side. I'm going to start with that 2011. And typically when I do a vertical tasting like this, I like to start with an older vintage. The hope in doing that is that the older vintages are going to be a little bit more subtle, and as we get into newer wines, they're going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot more big fruit, and if you kind of taste them out of order like that, typically, you know, the big fruit kind of overshadows the subtleties of the older wines. That being said, these two wines are right next to each other, one year after the other, that, you know, sometimes you can flip-flop these. And so it'd be interesting to see which one really is coming off as the bigger Cabernet Franc. So for those that don't know, you know, Cabernet Franc is, well, it's the dad of Cabernet Sauvignon. It, along with Sauvignon Blanc, made what we typically think of when we think of Cabernet, and especially that's the signature grape of Napa Valley. Cabernet Franc's kind of fun. In the European versions of it, you're going to get a lot of you know, spice and green type of herbal notes in it. In California, you get that too, but there is, you know, usually a bigger type of fruitiness that goes along with it. And I've been seeing a lot of really fun stuff coming out of California and Napa Valley in general when we talk about Cab Franc. Typically, we use it as a blending grape, but these guys really can stand on their own. This 2011, it's 89% Cabernet Franc, it's 11% Merlot. And on the nose, I'm getting those green and spicy type of notes, green vegetables, like you get like some Brussels sprouts in there, and I gotta tell you, you know, unless you're looking for it, that might not be the first thing you notice. It's just always something that's always fun for me to pick out. You are getting a lot of those like big, darker type of fruits. You are getting cassis, you are getting plum and raspberry, a little cranberry as well. And some of that oak is showing through as well. The thing that's kind of nice about these Black Label Cabernet Francs, they're going to run you in that $45 range, is, you know, this is a blend from different vineyards, but they're sourcing from some really good vineyards. The one that will probably stick out to you is that some of this Cabernet Franc is coming from the Oakville Station Vineyard in To Kalon, which, you know, if you're drinking just straight up Cabernet from Oakville Station, To Kalon, you're talking about some heavy hitters price-wise. So at $45, you're getting, you know, kind of a sneak peek of some of those bigger Cabernets too. Now, on the nose, oh, I already gave you that. On the palate, so what's fun with this, you know, if you're just a fan of Cabernet Sauvignon, it's giving that power, those big dark and red fruits. Again, a lot of that plum and cranberry and cassis, also a little bit of red currant there too. It's got that structure, right? There's some really nice, fine, chalky tannins in there, and it's got a really nice acidity on this too. But again, there's like those Brussels sprouts in the back. You've got like some tobacco leaf, which I'm definitely a fan of. I'm not a fan of smoking tobacco, but I am a fan of that tobacco leaf type of flavor in my wines. This is solid, and I'm really loving this acidity too. And Craig Camp at Cornerstone, he will definitely tell you this is stuff that you have to have with food, and this would complement your bigger steak dishes, and that acidity is really just going to cut through any sort of like fatty dish too. This thing definitely stands on its own as well, so I'm totally okay just drinking this wine by itself. There's calories in alcohol, just throwing that out there. Now let me try this 2012. Now this one is 100% Cabernet Franc, and again, sourced from a couple different vineyards in the Napa Valley. That Oakville Station To Kalon fruit is going to be the stuff that's probably going to make you go wow, but it's fun to look at the other sources that they've got for this as well. Color wise on these, I will say that 2012 is a little bit more dense than the 2011 on the nose. A lot more of that big red fruit, a lot more of that like chalky tannic structures making itself known on the nose. And, I'm not sensing as much greenness on the nose, really going blind on this one. Just because I am noticing that big fruit, again, a lot of that same plum and cassis type of notes there. I mean, going blind on the nose, I'd probably say Cabernet Sauvignon. And on the palate as well, those really nice, fine, chalky tannins, that nice big fruit. These are not fruit bombs in any sense, but the fruit is really there. And what's nice about this is that this is these are big wines in terms of their structure. That acidity does such a good job of balancing out those big fruits that are there. So it's not overpowering. This is really well made and really well balanced. Wow. I am getting a little bit of like green bell pepper on the tail end as well. You really got to be looking for it. So, I mean, this is something where you have kind of a fun opportunity. If you've got friends that are just big time into Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon, and you wanted to lay down some ducats. I mean, this isn't your weeknight pizza wine, although it would go great with pizza. When you're laying down $45, that is significant. But I think this is kind of a fun one for your friend that's into Cabernet who wants to try something different. Both of these are excellent wines. Score-wise, I'm giving that 2011 Cabernet Sauvignon that did have a little bit of Merlot in there. I'm going to give that one... a 92, and I'm going to go with the 2012... I mean, it's a 92 also. They're different animals to me. I think the 2011 varietally is speaking more to me as a Cabernet Franc, and I guess ironically it has less Cabernet Franc than this 2012 right here. The 2011, again, more varietally correct as far as I'm concerned. Not to say that this is not, because this is Cabernet Franc and it's delicious, but I think this one, it seems more typical to me. This 2012 is a little bit more luscious. It comes across as maybe a little bit more expensive. I think the nerds are going to geek out over the 2011. I think the folks that say I only drink Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon will probably be more into this 2012. Either way, I don't think you can go wrong. Maybe buy them both. Hey, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what's your take on Cabernet Franc. Are you a California fan or are you a European fan? And till next time, everybody, stay rad. Stay rad, stay rad,